You were right. I needed to come to the floor to say what I have to say, and my industry's here today. And I used to work there, and my dad worked there. There's generations of good people that come from the area. All I'm trying to say today is to consider the areas of which industry sits up. Think about what Louisiana has to offer in its natural resources. Do you honestly believe in your hearts and in your minds that X doesn't mark the spot for some of this? When you vote on giving away the farm all the time, you're left at the mercy of what you hope is good corporate citizens. But I ask each one of you, who lives right up under industry like I do? Raise your hands. Who lives right under it? I'm 5 minutes from my paper mill. Who lives right up under chemical plants? You don't. You don't even have industry in St. Tammany. You don't. No, there's not many of you, but let me tell you something. It takes certain people to live in an area that has this kind of industry. And it's hard. It's hard to grow an area that has industry like we have. Now we're negotiating. After 80-something years, we're finally negotiating with the people who actually live in the area where the industry is. Nobody wants to run that industry away that works there, that understands the process, that appreciates and respects it, that pushes for improvements. But we also want to educate our children. We don't want to ride on logging trail roads that has potholes everywhere with 600 trucks rolling in a day and have no say-so in how they're taxed or not taxed or exempt or whatever. That just doesn't make sense. We live there. So I think for the first time ever in 80-something years, we finally have a voice, although it's scary, and I admit that. You have, it's a new thing. People are deciding, but trust me, they're not going to throw industry out of their backyards, what they've lived under for so long. It's called negotiations. And if there's anything that my paper mill taught me, it's how to negotiate. And this is where it's at, right here with ITEP.